Nicholas Chu. Today, I'm going to share the future of personal financial management in the coming AI world and Metaverse. Your wealth protections, wealth preservation, and wealth accumulations. Let me introduce myself. I'm Nicholas Chu from Maxwell Group, and I'm the Maxwell Group founder. I have a Maxwell Education Certificate Berhad provide CFP Certified Financial Planner Certification Program and also IFP Islamic Financial Planners Certification Program. We also provide CPE courses for all the financial intermediary or financial industries, so-called consultant or advisors. We are the one of the largest in Malaysia, accumulate more than 1,000 of students. For me, I'm 15 years in financial planning industry as a licensed financial planner and also licensed financial advisors. In the past, I've accumulated more than 6 books. All the 6 books is best-selling books in Malaysia's popular bookstore as well also. And I also invited by TV, radios, printed medias, more than 1,000 times in the past. And I feel proud as one of the advisor appointed by EPF, Malaysia's KWSB, as their advisors to develop a retirement planning module, and also as one of their speakers in the past as well also. Before I begin today's sharing, I think I have to make a disclaimer. Whatever today my sharing is actually is considered is the information sharing and for the education purpose. Okay, for anything, any decision you want to make, please counter check and engage with the proper advisor before you make any decisions. Let's see this first PPT. You can see that today in the 4B billionaire, who is all this person? You can see that from here, we can see Elon Musk, we can see Jeff, we can see Bill Gates, and also Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook founders. All of them have some similar background. What is the similar background about? We talk about IT, we talk about AI, we talk about Metaverse. Am I right or not? So today I would like to share the topic is related to what is happening currently. This is what the Facebook in this year, 2021, the founder have been changed the Facebook corporate name from Facebook to Meta because she's going to promote Metaverse, the new community that for the Facebook strategy planning, for the company strategy planning, and they invest more than multi-billion in this planning and these directions. Let us go through a little bit about the sharing in this by the founder Mark.
Faster, video has become the main way that we experience content. We've gone from desktop to web to phones, from text to photos to video, but this isn't the end of the line. The next platform and medium will be even more immersive, an embodied internet where you're in the experience, not just looking at it. And we call this the Metaverse. And you're going to be able to do almost anything you can imagine. Get together with friends and family, work, learn, play, shop, create, as well as entirely new categories that don't really fit how we think about computers or phones today. Now, since we're doing this remotely today, I figured let's make this special. So we've put together something that I think is really going to give you a feeling for what this future could be like. We believe the Metaverse will be the successor to the mobile internet. We'll be able to feel present, like we're right there with people, no matter how far apart we actually are. We'll be able to express ourselves in new, joyful, completely immersive ways, and that's going to unlock a lot of amazing new experiences. When I send my parents a video of my kids, they're going to feel like they're right in the moment with us, not peering through a little window. When you play a game with your friends, you'll feel like you're right there together in a different world, not just on your computer by yourself.
So what is the purpose? I'm sharing this speech. I just want to let all of you to know that Actually, when Mark sharing about this metaverse, actually now we are in the trend and we already come to the some maturity in this technology. So Facebook is prepared to invest their future in metaverse and related to our personal financial management or not. Definitely. Let me sharing with you in the latest PPT. Let us go through another very so-called interesting
And when you're
person.
in a meeting in the metaverse, it'll feel like you're right in the room together, making eye contact, having.
Is who? This Elon Musk. Am I right now? This guy is a very genuine, genius guy. He have a two. One is a SpaceX company, another is a Tesla company. Both and now turn him to become the world richest man, world richest guy. Correct or not? Let's go through a little bit about what he is sharing in his one of the video.
We want the exciting things that we see in sci-fi, in like sci-fi movies and books. We want that to come true one day.
3, 2, 1, 0, ignition.
In fact, I think hardly anyone in the public knows that this is happening. Like, how do we, get this message across? Hey, really cool stuff's happening, tune in.
So what Mark and the Elon Musk they are doing, they are actually in one of the very pioneer in the world. That means they invest something that very pioneer, even like Elon Musk. When he start with the SpaceX, is 10 years ago, even a lot of people laugh at him and don't believe him. Okay, but anyhow, today he returned the SpaceX and also the Tesla is one of the most valuable companies, and also he able to get the capital from global to support him continue with his dream as well. So these two guys is very important for us when we come to the personal financials or our wealth management. Why I'm saying so? Yeah, definitely if you want to like them to achieve this type of the success, it seems like it's not easy and is a very sometimes people say a little bit you must be fortunate enough, genius enough, then you just can be success like them. But today we are not ask you to become like them, but I want you to know what is the trend is happen in the world now. And in terms of our wealth management, how when we're looking for our job and we want to start with our business startup, if you want to look for this job, what type of the job is more potentials in the futures? I think this is more important that we need to learn. Okay, so let me. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, Mark and this Elon Musk have been showing one very important thing. Our world, our global now toward polarization. Polarization. What is mean by polarizations? What I can say there is two directions. One is called capitalization. You can see today a lot of the company like Elon Musk or the Facebook one, their company value even is the highest than a lot of the country capital market value, like Malaysia's. Our Bursa capital, our KLSE, the value actually is less than the Elon Musk overall value. Am I right or not? I mean, there is a capitalization is happened in the world now. Then second thing actually is the big data. Why I want try to say big data? Because big data turn to the AI now. Okay, when we talk about this metaverse, all support by the big data. Because there is a big data, then there is a AI becoming more and more mature as well. So big data meaning what? The collect of the data, okay, with more systematic and more in deep learning way. Okay, this is what the AI how is developed until today. So these two things have been created what super giant company like Elon Musk, like this Facebook, And even we don't talk about these two in Malaysia, in the Southeast, we will know like Grab. This type of the company in the past, they even, as I know, Grab until today also is no yet making profit. But they're able to attract multi-billion the capital from the world. Why they can attract all this other money? One of the very important thing, definitely people believe the future, the potential that they can make a profit is one thing. Second thing, I think is due to what? Due to now there is capitalization is happen, whereby there is over in the market, there is too much of the money, printed money in the world now. I think all of you, most of you will know that. Actually, like US, they are the one of the leaders in printing money. Start from the financial crisis in 2008, they start to print the money, and then today they are really used to it by printed the money as one of the tools, one of the solutions to solve their country problem. The end is too many hot money flow from the US to others country as well. So and others make the capitalizations today is we can see that the China because of the massive development today, China's have been created a lot of the mega project and create a lot of the multi-billionaire in the China as well. So that means now there is a small group of the people hold a big so-called a very a lot of the money, a lot of the capital in their hands. So this is why few people can turn some company to become bigger and bigger. Why? When we talk about super giant company like Grab, like Facebook, like all these other company, then if they are going crowdfunding from the public a little bit here and there, it's very difficult. They need have a super these high net worth people to support them. They mean from the capitalism, capitalists to support them in their this company development. So that's why today, because of this background, now we can see a lot of super giant company is coming. Now after that, we have to know that the big data have been created a lot of the multiple closed industry. What is mean by multiple closed industry? Like previously, we know that because the handphone, because the smartphone, now we are no more is what? We are no more the phone-based this camera no more already because the phone becoming the camera. Now because the phone, now we don't have the GPS already. They mean the phone is cross industry, meaning what? They replace even this GPS. Then we also know that the taxi, traditional taxi, now is no more. Now because it's a Grab car, now it's because of the TT. Now they're being replaced by these traditional Grab, so-called taxi. So what I'm trying to say, because due to the big data, this background, now a lot of industry have a big changes. Then plus we can see that because capitalizations create a super giant company, the big data also create a super giant company also. Okay, but big data is the one that push a lot of the traditional industry to turn to the so-called the news company, like we're saying, like Grab car. They don't need to own any car. They don't need to have any car, any taxi, but they have a lot of the driver to help them. The driver help them to do the business without to own any car, and also without to pay any salary. They only do profit sharing with, or they only do what? Revenue sharing with the driver only. So this is what is happening currently. So what I'm trying to say, this happening, what is the so-called circumstances? We can see that the uncertainty and the complication becoming more and more so-called, it's a more and more challenge for nowadays. Uncertainty means if you want to invest a company, you will know that the company today you invest in the near future maybe replaced by the AI company, by the new company, okay, by the new company, okay. So like today, you talk about the car industry, we talk about something like car industry. Anyone, I mean, I think a lot of the traditional car industry like Toyota, like Mercedes, like BMW, today their value combined is less than the Tesla. Why things happen like this? In the previously 10 years ago, do you think that the Tesla will be their competitor? Because the Tesla is not really get involved in the car industry yet. but he trying to be do is what they're trying to be do different industry. But today they replace the traditional car industry already. Same thing also when you talk about the Grab, we talk about all this stuff or the platform, this stuff or the super giant today. So what I'm trying to tell you is uncertainty is very common now. Uncertainty, even your investment. So when you talk about your investment, you talk about the job. Your job, how secure of your job also becoming very uncertain. Am I right or not? Another one called very complications. So because uncertainty definitely become very complicated when you want to choose something. So this uncertainty and complications in what if you want to overcome this one, you must know one word called foresight. Foresight meaning that you can see more futures. What is the trend is happening is very important. So if we know what is the near futures coming, we are not in our comfort zone currently, then at least we won't supersede by these massive changes, okay, due to the big due to this trend is coming. So I think this is very important for us to know, and this is what is the purpose of today. I'm sharing this one. I just want to let all of you to know that the polarization has happened in the war now with toward the capitalization and the big data. So like me as a financial planner, I understand that if I still continue like traditional people doing selling unit trust, selling this insurance, they definitely will face a very big challenge in the coming this trend. Okay, now the transformation is happening and the revolution is happening currently now. So how we go and we can be so-called avoid supersede by this trend. I think is very important. Okay, so one very important thing is we have to know that capitalization is the one thing that we have to know where the money flow is, where we should invest. Where the money flow is where we should choose our career there. That is very important. Okay, so we should follow and we should have a sensitiveness about the capitalizations, about the capital flow in the market. I think this is important. Okay, another one I want to share. In the past, I think Japanese economists and corporate strategy Kenichi Omes already share one thing in the 20 years ago, saying that actually in a lot of the developed country, in the past, we know that rich actually is just a small group of the people. Middle class is very important for the developed country to support the economy, because we always say the middle class can own a car, can buy a house, can have can take care of the children and ensure the children go for this university study or this type of thing. And there is some a little about the poor people. Normally poor people about 20%. But because of the last on 20 years development, we can see that the poor people becoming bigger and bigger in the populations. Consider is a measures already. Although we were saying that their income seem like continue grow, but the income growth compared to the inflation stay much slower. Like in Malaysia, I was saying that 20 years ago when the fresh graduates fresh graduates they went to this banking industry, financial institution, and look for the job like the management trainee or executive. Either they can get about 2,003 to about 3,000 ringgit in Malaysia. After 20 years, what has happened now? After 20 years, their start pay, the salary is about 2,006 to about 3,000. How much in increment? Is about 300-400 increment only after 20 years. But you have to think, 20 years ago, I always say, this char kway teow in Malaysia, a plate even in Klang Valley is about 3 ringgit. But today, easily is about 650, 8 ringgit per plate already, the char kway teow. Meaning that the char kway teow, the price grow actually is much faster than the salary, basic salary of the fresh graduate. So what I'm trying to say is, this is the reality is happen. And after the now we are toward the industry 4.0, we toward the AI industry, we toward what just now I tried to be saying to you, under the polarizations, there is a big under the big data development and also the capitalization development, the middle class actually they are more squeezed. Okay, so in the middle class, you only can choose whether you go upgrade yourself to become rich, or you have to no choice drop to the new poor category. So this is what is happened in the world now. We have to understand. Okay, Then next, I want to try to tell you also, I think most of you would know that 80% of wealth belong to less than 20% of high net worth people. So, and this trend even will be becoming more and more serious. So that's why I think how to resolve this one. Now, all the government in a lot of countries, the government have to make some judgment about how to take care their low income earners, all these sort of citizens already. So because the trend in the just now I mentioned under the polarizations, because due to the big data development and also due to capitalizations, definitely the wealth will be go to this small group of the people. But how to tax or how to so-called redistribute again to these peoples, I think now is a challenge for the government only. Now is a challenge for the government only. So I mean, you don't think that we wouldn't happen. This definitely is a trend already for the global. Only thing now is the duty for the government to redistribute the wealth only. How they redistribute wealth? Maybe they have to tax more in this capitalists so that can support for the lower income or the poor community. I think this is important. Okay. So another trend very important is this. Okay, because there is a big data, because there is this capitalizations. In the future, you can see one directions. If you fall under this category of the job, I tell you, you are very challenging now because you will lose the job to the AI, to the trend continue what is happening now. Okay, very common. Like if you know that I always saying like A ticket, A flight ticket, this type of the agency. Now it's no more already. All are using online. Previously, we already converted to the online. Am I right or not? But now a lot of work, even like accountant also, they're facing a lot of challenge. Why? Because due to the AI, a lot of things can be done under the cloud. So when from the sales revenue, they receive the money and they generate the first invoice by using the computer until the end to make it to the P&L statement and the balance sheet statement. I think in the future, everything can make it automate already. So what is the accountant role? If the accountant role just doing the paperwork and just doing the so-called segregations about all the bill, then they have a problem because even accountant will jobless. So who will not be superseded by this trend? I think is these three category of the people. One, we were saying that the R&D innovative one, you are the creator, you are the dreamer. You can do the R&D. You can work with the AI to help you to design, okay, to design something, okay, to create something, okay. This is a creator, is for the innovative. Then definitely you will continue. It's needed, okay, it's needed in the market. Others one, another one is more complicated one, mean you are the CEO leader because you have to inspire the people, lead the people to achieve the goal, the KPI of the company. I think this group of the people you will continue be there also. But these two group of the people will be very small amount of the people only, correct or not? So there is a major people will be here. But anyway, if you want to upgrade yourself, the possibility one will be here, high touch, personal care. You buy support by the AI, but they still need the people here. What type of the career will be here? What type of the job? Like you take care of the aging people, this one. But in the professional like me, I always share with my students saying that in the futures, with the AI support, unit trust agents and the insurance agent, you will supersede by the AI. But if you can build the trust with your client, actually you will be here. Client, they can have very accurate information, but when they want to make the decisions by human being, we still need to trust someone that can assist them to make the right decision. So whether you are that person or not, because when we talk about a personal financial management also, we need, because actually most of the time we want to make the decision is emotional, the feeling, whether we feel comfortable or not. This is very important. So if you can leverage the AI, if you are here, I tell you, there is your futures. There is your futures. Why I'm saying so? This is very important, am I right or not? If you want to looking for the career, you have to look for these directions. You have to look for these directions. Then another one, what I'm trying to say is, if you are this AI programmer, you are the AI designer also, then you are here also. So if you can do something related to the AI for the development one, definitely you will be here. I tell you, even like this year, I do a lot of online consultation. I discovered that when the people in the IT involved in the AI or big data in terms of analytical and also in terms of development on the fundamental this architectures development one, their income in Malaysia is 200K and above, 200,000 and above. So that means they are the top 5 or 7% income earner. So if you in the right directions. Okay, so very important thing when we come to the financial planning or come to our personal management, we have to know that we know there is only a small group of people will become rich, and most of the people will be in the lower class, and even middle class one will be pushed down. Am I right or not? But anyhow, if we talk about our this money management, definitely we looking forward. Actually, you want to become rich and richest. Am I right? So, what is the important thing that you need to have? I was saying that first, very important is what? Because today, if you not upgrade yourself, actually we will downgrade ourselves. This is the challenge is happening now. We cannot say, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to take any risk. You don't want to take any risk. You don't want to do anything. I tell you, the environment will turn you down, This, as I mentioned, fresh graduate in the past, they earn about 2003, 2006 for the starting pay. After 20 years, they only starting pay with about 2006 to 3000 only. Is it they do anything wrong? No, just because the whole environment is changed already. So turn them down in terms of their income. So what I'm trying to say is now onward, very important. It's not only to getting your certification, degree certificate, or master's degree. It's very important is you have to know what is the right knowledge and the right information. Like today, I try to lead you toward the right knowledge and right information that you need to equip yourself so that in the futures or you have more competitive edge to fight for your highest income generate from your employee income or from your business income. This is very important. Or in terms of the investment as well, also you have to know that when you know what is the trend, then you will in the right boat to get the higher return. This investment is the same with the career planning as well also. Second, very important is the efficient execution. I think this is a very challenging for in the futures. So look for the good coach in your life is very important. Like financial management, get a right financial coach. I talk about financial coach. Why I'm using financial coach? Actually, is the person that able to go with you, work along with you to assist you to accumulate your wealth and help you to resolve whatever the challenge that you're facing in your financials, in your real life, when you're facing, like when you're married, when you're divorced, when you diagnose critical illness, there is a person really with you together. That is very important. So efficient execution is one of the very challenging. How to get the efficient execution? Get the right person to support you. The right person in financial, I call it the financial coach. That means you can look for a financial planner whereby they have a coaching mindset one. They can assist you to achieve your life goal. This is very important. Third, we'll be saying the right tools. I mean, today you can see more and more investment product, more and more platform for you to accumulate your wealth. But very important, you have to start to find the right tools, right investment vehicle is very important. Otherwise, you will becoming confused by different people to go and offer you something. So it's better that you get the right direction, choose the right tools for the future. So what is the right tool? If you know that, when I'm saying that this is a trend, if you want to invest the company, try to look for the IT base, look for the AI base, look for this type of the company. Your portfolio should be weighted more on this type of the industry. This is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so the right tools is very important. Okay, so I just want to share one of my the latest books. I call it money methodology. In my money methodology, I got one very important concept in my books. The books, what I'm trying to say is whatever you have today, okay, whatever you have now, the outcome in terms of your net worth, in terms of your income is your outcome. Your outcome actually is determined by your do, meaning what? Your actions. Your action whether got effective or not, this is very important. And your action actually who decide this decision actually is your being. I was saying that your belief. So very important. Today, I try to open your mind to see different things, what is happening in the world now, so that your future is very clear. Based on these futures, and you continue to learn, to continue to build your belief system, that you have more information and go and do the right decisions on your actions, then you will achieve you want in the futures. So otherwise, if you are not changing your belief here, you continue to do what you are doing now, you will repeat it. Your future is similar like what is today now. It's very important. If you don't change your focus in the futures, if you want to change your focus in the future, you have to change your belief, your mind here. Your belief change, you will change your action. When you change your action, you will change your futures. So this concept is very important to apply for your this personal financial management. Okay, so one thing that I can suggest you within this very short time, I will suggest you go and think back your life value chain. What I'm trying to say is, normally your current zone will be your capability. Your current capability with your current zone, consider your comfort zone. That means whatever daily who you meet up, where you get your information. Okay, you always using your same capability, your same skill and knowledge to do this is called comfort zone. So if you want to improve yourself, you have to look for the new zone that may meet up with the new client, new prospect, or learn the new thing, go to the new thing. Then you have the new prospect there. But if you are still within your zone, remember, very important, you have to learn a new talent. Because when you learn a new talent with the same zone, with the new talent, they may improve your competitive edge also. But the best actually, if you can upgrade your new zone and with the upgrade your new talent, this is very important. I quote a very simple example. If today, in terms of the income, if yourself, let's say I always saying that if you are the insurance agent, you are the unit trust agent, you are the brokers, your client base is a yearly income average is 100,000, is 100,000 average income. So your income also, I would tell you, will be similar like them, also 100,000. If today your income want to increase to yearly 500,000 above, at least you have to look for the what prospect is a 500,000 in average the income. Then you have the opportunity to increase your income to 500,000 as well. Also, but if you want to target on the news prospect 500,000 income and in average this type of prospect, definitely your talents, your capability must be par with their need as well. Also, am I right or not? So that's why if you want to upgrade your this so-called targeted prospect, you need to upgrade your talents. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, you understand what I'm trying to say? Same thing also. Now I talk about investment. If now your investment is only can getting about 4%, 5% return. If you want to achieve 8%, 10%, 15%, please learn from the people, learn the knowledge that can let you to have 10%, 15% return. This type of the knowledge. You need time to accumulate your knowledge and your skills so that you can up to that level. Okay, that's why I will tell you, in our life, the time is flying. So if you continue in the comfort zone, you are trying to be finished whatever you have today. So at the end, you may facing this type of problem when you come to the retirement age. So please be aware about this thing. Okay, so from your comfort zone to come out, you need to make what changes. So to end my today the sharing, I would like to share one very important thing. When you do financial planning, when you do our personal financial management, remember, not only focus on the income only, but we have to focus on a lot of the area. So this is what I try to be share with you. This is more proper way when you do your financial planning or personal financial wealth. Okay, so meaning what? First, you have to look on your income models. And just now I already show you in terms of your this earning, what is the trend. Today I share to you more to what they want. In terms of the investment, please look on that direction as well also. Okay, but in the personal wealth management, don't forget about to understand what is your expenditures pattern. Otherwise, you earn more, you spend more. then you have to look into the investment model. I highlight this one is because I already give you a direction. When you do investment, do focus on that area just I mentioned. At the same time, don't forget your tax and the loan and debt as well also. Then one very important thing also, build your firewall, two very important pillar. One is called insurance, another called estate planning, so that you can achieve your purpose of life. So what is the purpose of life here? Let me to make a simple elaboration. Actually, we should focus on the two. One is called financial independent. I don't call financial free, I call financial independent. Meaning that you have to check your cash flow and your net worth. Is it anything that happened to you when you're jobless, when you lost your income? How long sustainable for your wealth that you have? For me, minimum we should set 5 years as one of the initial target. 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, or even you can achieve your retirement, earlier retirement. This is very important. So change from the financial freedom to financial independence. This is very important concept. Second, you have to know the purpose of life is not to buy a branded bag or buy what luxury stuff. No, actually is what? As a children of your parent, are you do your duty or not, your responsibility or not? As a husband of your spouse, have you really do your part or not? As your children parents, have you already do your part or not? So that is very important. If you already done your responsibility, no matter what is your income, no matter what is your wealth now, if you done your purpose, if you try your best to do, that means you are trying to achieve your purpose of life. Otherwise, that is very dangerous. Okay, so this was today my sharing. Thank you very much, and I welcome you to join my Facebook to learn more from me, and in the future I can communicate with you in the Facebook as well. So thank you very much, and see you in future. Bye bye.